Yes.
Okay, the situation with the oil spill or oil leak or whatever it is in the Gulf right now is that all of the fishing east of the mouth of the Mississippi River has been banned for at least 10 days. Okay, to see, and then the officials will assess the situation. But right now, the way we're looking at it is pretty much the shrimp season will be shot. It's gone for these fishermen. The, the shrimp is one thing, the crabs are one thing, but it's the oyster beds that we're concerned about as well. So when all of this oil sinks to the bottom, how long will it take before oyster can be consumed again? And all of these are really a big part of Louisiana economy, and Louisiana, Mississippi, and Texas, you name it, the whole Gulf Coast area. And my understanding right now is BP is doing hazmat training cleanup for the fishermen, okay, who are out of work at this point. The concern here is that there's no training in Vietnamese. First, the training is inadequate. My understanding is the training is only 2 hours. Normally, hazmat training is 48 hours. My understanding, spread out, but 48 hours. Now it's 2 hours, but it's not in Vietnamese. A large number of our fishermen do not speak English, and frankly, some of them may not even read or write Vietnamese. So training has to be in Vietnamese verbally. Okay. BP is not doing any of that at all. So our people are really excluded, while we are a very large, percentage fishermen are, the Vietnamese Americans. So in that way we are excluded. There are some other concerns that I'm raising that I have heard, and we will look into on Friday in a few days. The concern is this: the people who signed up for hazmat training are required to sign a waiver that says it would not hold they would not hold BP responsible for any harm to them, is my understanding. Okay, I don't know if that also means that if BP hires them right now, that then later on they cannot claim economic losses. You see, so we are having our lawyers looking at it right now. But the problem is, these people are not they can sign the documents, but they're not allowed to bring it out. We can't even get a copy. Okay, yeah. That's the problem. So we are calling on a meeting for a meeting with the fishermen, and then EPA officials, Coast Guards, the elected officials, Congressman Gao. We are inviting Senator Landrieu and Senator Vida to come. And we are trying to get in touch with BP to have its official coming to respond to this. So possibly what we're looking at is the possibility of requesting EPA or some other government agency to train our people in hazmat, but maybe training our trainers, so that then certify our people to be trainers to go out and train further. You see,
in Vietnamese.
In Vietnamese, of course, in Vietnamese. But that's the reason. Okay, and also to have our lawyer friends to look into these documents, what they are signing, and people who sign have the right to a copy of what they sign. But on top of that, they need to know what they're signing. If they don't know the language, then they don't even know what they're signing.
Right, they're signing English documents while they
don't even understand. And then out of the desperation of finding something to do for a living, they just do it, not realizing what the consequences will be in the future. So that's why we are meeting this coming Friday to assess the need, to look at the whole overall situation, to advise our people, and to be in the future to be directly involved in what's going on with the fishermen in the Gulf states. But there's another thing. We talk about the fishermen, but what about people who peel crabs, who peel shrimp? What about people who shuck oysters? You see, and what about seafood places that sell seafood? See, all of these people are affected by it. No one has talked about that yet.
Do you know, have any rough estimate of what the percentage or what the number of the members of the community who are directly impacted?
I don't have the exact number. At one time, I know at one time in the 80s, the Vietnamese Americans fishermen comprise of 70% of the fishing shrimping fleet of the Gulf Coast. To talk about 2,000 boats
In the
in the 80s.
in the 80s.
I know the number has gone down because of the competition from other countries. Okay?
So would you be confident in saying that the majority of the fishermen along the Gulf Coast are still Vietnamese?
I can't say that until I meet this coming Friday.
Got it.
To hear from them, because I haven't really been in it or follow it, so I should not make that statement.
Okay,
But I'll find out from them.
great.